Okay, guys. Well, let's get started. I want to talk to you guys about, first of all, let's talk about what you guys are doing. How are you guys getting, how many of you feel like a show of hands or just comment, how many of you guys feel like you're getting enough testimonials and enough reviews? How many of you guys feel like you're getting those things? You're getting enough of them? Enough, so, all right. So Jerry's kind of on the borderline. She's getting some, but she's not sure if it's enough. And the rest of you guys not getting enough? You're getting some, but not enough, right? I mean, can you have enough? Mandy, well, since you volunteered that you have 5 stars on Google with 41 reviews, you want to talk about how you're getting your reviews?
Hey, Ryan. I just asked them either during closing or after closing. I just throw it out there. I mean, I try to get them when their emotions are like really heightened, like with goodness, and they feel so happy about their closing. Sometimes it doesn't happen right away, but I'll send them a link directly to my Google, and I don't normally have a problem getting it. They just do it, I guess, because they were happy with their service. So I just ask.
Okay. Mandy, would you say your clients skew younger than average?
They're all mixed, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all different ages.
Okay. Younger people tend to seem, I mean, I think we all agree, younger people tend to be more willing to do that. They're more used to relying on them. They think they're more important, et cetera, for reviews. People my age at one point weren't able to get reviews. We didn't have the internet, and we didn't. Now I rely on reviews for restaurants and purchases and all kinds of stuff. And of course, you throw out the crazy good ones and the crazy bad ones and look at the middle. But that's great. Jerry and Steve, they use Rate My Agent. How do you guys disseminate these reviews when you get them? Because that's part 2. You get reviews. Where do you put them and how and why?
We get reviews. We get a lot of reviews, not a lot on Google. We get them from Rate My Agent, and then just basically we just put them on like Facebook and social media and stuff.
We also have them posted on our website.
Right.
Yes.
We've got the list of referrals on our website, so if anybody looks at us, they can see our bio. They can also see the referrals and comments, testimonials.
Okay. I don't think I have to, I mean, I could go through this with you guys about how important these are for real estate agents, about how important trust is for realtors with clients. But I think you guys know that. I don't think we have to go into that, but I think it's very, 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 very important. When they look you up, they want to see regular people like them who have done this, and different kinds of clients and different kinds of things and different ages and areas and everything else, telling their story from how they moved down from Ohio, or telling their story about how they moved down the block, whatever it is, with their big family, with their no family, with their, themselves and their significant other, or whatever it is. Just they want to see someone like them who has used you and liked you and trusted you, and you did a great job for them. But I want to share something with you guys that I think might help some of you. Are those of you who don't get enough reviews and testimonials. What do you think your barrier is? Why do you think that's not happening? A lot of you weren't happy with your reviews. So why do you think you don't get enough of them? Angie, go ahead.
I just don't do it. I just forget, or my assistant will send out an email afterwards with the links, but people don't often do follow the links. So I'm just not asking for it. I know I should. And, I'm getting like texts back saying, oh, that was so great. Thank you so much for helping us, and then that's probably my prime opportunity to say, great, will you go write that on Google? And I don't know. I just don't, but I need to more.
Okay. Daryl, you're nodding your head. You agree?
I agree with your, I have the same problem. I probably bad timing on making that request. You're at the table, everybody's happy, they're thrilled, and as soon as you close, people go home, they're busy, they respond, they're busy doing stuff, so the response out of them is poor. But if I can remember and push it, I get it. If not, I just basically don't remember to ask.
Okay. Yeah, Jerry.
We basically ask for them during the transaction, you know, and what people always say, man, you did a great job. You know, I don't know how to thank you. Well, hey, you know, if you have family, friends, or work associates, please refer us. And also, if you wouldn't mind writing a review on Rate My Agent, you know, and then we've got them in realtor.com also.
Okay. Daryl, you're nodding at all this stuff. You don't remember to ask a lot of times, and
yeah, I have the same problem with asking. Actually, I just went through this for 2 weeks with my seller that had the mold problem, the mold house. Okay, I had to do a lot of work on that to get it to close. I asked him for a review, and it was taking him forever just to do it. He goes, okay, I've done it on Google, and I can't find it on Google anywhere myself. So I finally asked him, 2 days ago, I said, okay, I'm not finding your review that you did on me on Google. It's like nowhere. I've checked everywhere. He goes, how about, and I suggested this to him, he goes, how about if you write your own review and just sign my mom and my name to it? And I said, that works perfect. I said, I wish all my clients would do that, have me write my own review and sign your name to it. He gave me permission. It's totally legit. So I'm going to do that today and send it out to all the social media. And I told him I wanted to put it on postcards and send it out on postcards because I'll write a really good review now. And I'll sign his name and his mom's name and everything will be cool. So,
and you'll have a review that mentions how handsome you are. That'll be nice.
Wow,
that you wrote it. All right.
Ryan, this is Malvis. I have a question.
Hi, Malvis.
I have a question for my fellow agents. I don't have a Google page. I don't have a Google page, business page, whatever. I do have a social media one. I do have a Zillow one, and I did start it not too long ago asking for reviews. So I don't have a lot, but I have quite a few. I am ashamed of sharing them on social media because for the longest time, I've been embarrassed to do anything publicly. But I started. That was one of my goals for this year, for 2022, when I started to become more active on social media and posting pictures of my closing and things like that. But I don't have a Google page. My question is, do you have, in order for us as agents to have like a business Google page, do you have to have an LLC company? You have to be incorporated? How are Google business pages set up?
Who has recently set up a Google business page? Romina. Yep, unmute. There you go.
Yes, okay, yes. Hi, Malvis. You don't have to have an LLC or any company register. You just have to create a page on Google. It asks all your information, and then they will send you an envelope with a code saying, with your address, obviously. And that basically will register you as you because you don't have a company. So you don't have to display your address on the Google page. But after that is already registered, then you can start asking for the reviews. And then you're gonna have the link, and then you can share the link with your clients, and you can send it to text or all that.
On the app.
And the app, yes. And you can have your own business, Google business app also. That's how I do it, and it's easy, and you don't have to have an LLC.
Okay,
awesome.
Thank you.
Malvis and all of you guys, I'm going to ask Jari, can you turn your camera on? You guys will notice that there's a person in here, Jari, Y-A-R-I, Jaritza, and she is our marketing coordinator. And she is here to those of you guys who remember Abby.
Mhm.
She's going to be coming on here in a second, but Jari is here to help you with those kind of questions, guys. If you need any kind of help with any of your social media presence or your internet presence, any kind of marketing stuff that you need, this is a free resource for you guys that we provide in the office. There she is. Hi. And she's here to help you guys. And if you guys need anything, she speaks Spanish and English. And if you guys need anything, just set an appointment with her. She'll also be helping you with, if you guys submit your headshots and bios, if you haven't, or update them, or anything that you want to do, submit those to her as well for our website. And just all good stuff for you guys. You know, when people Google you, your information on our website comes up. It's one of the things that pops up is your profile on our website. So make sure that that has a headshot and bio. Otherwise, it looks like you don't care. So be sure that you do that, okay? Thank you, Jari. But she's here to answer any kind of questions like the one that Malvis just had, any kind of questions that she's here to help with. She knows what she's doing. So, all right, let's go on to, I'm going to share my screen here because I got some ideas for you guys. Malvis said something interesting about being afraid to do it, embarrassed or whatever. Obviously, you know, we talk about being secret agents. Another thing that you guys had mentioned is pictures at the closing. Guys, I don't care if you had the worst realtor or the best realtor or the worst experience or the best experience. Everybody's happy at a closing table when it's over. They're not always happy when they get there and they see the numbers and stuff, but they're happy when it's over. And I don't care if they worked with the best agent in the world and they're just so happy they got to work with Romina, or if they think Romina was the biggest idiot in the world and they can't stand her and can't wait to get away from her. They're going to be happy. They either have their check or their keys or whatever, and they're happy, right? So get pictures at the closing, especially the ones who are going to leave you testimonials. So now they see Romina's got on her page a picture of a happy family, and it says Romina was the best realtor ever, you know, the Sperling family or whomever, right? So use your pictures from the closing as well. And you have to get permission from the clients, but you guys are doing that on social media and stuff anyway. You're saying, and guys, when you're going to, I know you guys have heard me say this plenty, but when you're doing your on Facebook or Instagram or whatever after someone closes, don't brag about how great of a realtor you are on that. That's not the time. You do it indirectly. You know, congratulations to the Hunt family. Not only were they able to get the house of their dreams, but they're also able to get it at $5,000 under asking price, whatever it is, right? And to find out how they were able to get this purchase of their dreams, contact me. That's it, right? Don't say, this is my fourth closing of the month. Suck it, everybody. You know, that's not how you act. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to see you brag about how much money you're making. That is not a turn on for clients. I don't know if you guys know that. I think a lot of times we get wrapped up in our realtor world and we want to brag to our fellow realtors. Because I think 3/4 of your friends on Facebook are realtors. I don't know, but whatever it is, we want to brag and we want to talk to people, let people know how great we're doing, just like everybody else on social media with their fake lives. We want everybody to know how great we are, that we forget that we're there to attract more clients. And you don't attract more clients by bragging about how you're killing it. You do it by bragging about how you're killing it for the client, how the client is killing it. Because the client is not going to be you. They're not going to go sell 4 houses in a week. The client is going to be the person who wants to get the house of their dreams for less than market value or whatever, or sell their house for more than market value, whatever it is. The client wants to be the hero of your story. And that's what you're doing. Don't make yourself the hero because you sold 4 houses this week. Nobody wants to see how much money you're making. Okay. They don't want to think of you like, they're going to think of you like that if you post that. That's not what people want to see. So think about that when you're doing that, please. Don't brag, except bragging for what you were able, how great the client was and what they were able to accomplish. Let's talk about this. Can you guys see testimonial stuff here? You guys see that? Give me a nod. Okay. What I really like about this particular article I was reading is some specific questions you may want to ask. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for some of you guys and myself. What made you choose me as your real estate agent? So guys, think about doing those of you who are afraid to ask, or you don't know exactly what to ask, or you're asking and you're getting, you were great. That's not much of a testimonial. Daryl was great. Mike S. It's great, but it's not much of a testimonial. So even if you don't know, a lot of you, a lot of you are also not confident that you did a great job, or that they think you did a great job. And sometimes, honestly, not everything went right. And we make mistakes sometimes, and we did 80% of a good job and we got them across the finish line, right? I mean, very, very rarely does everything go perfect, right? And I feel like you guys are only willing to ask if everything goes perfect. If there was never a day where you thought, this client might be a little bit mad at me, this client might be a little frustrated in this deal. Every deal has that, almost every deal. How many of you guys have perfect deals every time? Very few, right? If you get a perfect deal, you might want to ask for a testimonial, but then what are they going to brag about? Daryl showed me a house and we closed. Daryl put it on MLS and got me a good deal. Yeah, I mean, there's not that much to brag about. So when you ask these questions, what made you choose me as your real estate agent? How impressed were you with whatever it was? What's the best thing I did to help you buy or sell your home? How was I able to help you overcome some kind of obstacle that we had? What could I have done differently to better serve your needs? How did I meet your needs for whatever it was? Would you recommend my real estate services to friends, family, neighbors, or coworkers? What would you tell them? Guys, out of these answers, you're going to get a testimonial. And don't mix and match them. You got to take an answer from a specific thing. You can't take a bunch of words out of context and put them together. Daryl was not an awesome agent, and he just take out the not. Daryl was ... an awesome agent. You can't do that. But you can take, there are several things here that are going to make you, especially the last one. Would you recommend my real estate services to friends, family, neighbors, or coworkers? That's either going to be a quick no or a long yes, and because you're going to asking them why, right? So that's these. If you ask a bunch of questions like this, maybe pick 5 of these, and or whatever's related to the thing. Obviously, if it was a perfect deal, you may just want to ask them, would you recommend my services to friends, family, and why, right? But if it's an easy deal, but if there was something wrong with there was a roof issue you guys had to work through, or a bunch of stuff on the inspection, or a lending issue, whatever it is that you helped them go through, because sometimes you guys are really proud of what you do, and sometimes you're like, ooh, escaped that deal and got through it, right? But I mean, it's some things don't go perfectly. That's what you're there for. People wouldn't need you if everything was easy and every house was perfect. They wouldn't need us, right? So that's what we do. So ask a bunch of questions like this and get several responses and piece together something. Okay. That's one thing to do. Another thing to do is I saw a motivate clients to leave feedback. I saw several ideas here, enter them in drawings or use a gift basket or something like that. And guys, we talk about all the time about how we're 100% brokerage, and you guys need to use some of that money that we don't take toward your marketing, toward your, and what's the best way to market? The cheapest client is to retain a client, is to get referrals, right? And staying in their life is one of the most important things you can do. So you are their realtor. The next time they buy, sell, or move, or their kids do, or their friends do, you're going to be the name that they reach out to because you're their realtor, right? Everybody wants to feel important and have a realtor. So yeah, I've got a realtor. I've got a lawyer. I've got this, I've got that, right? You got to talk to my lawyer. You got to talk to my realtor. If you guys don't think people love to match make, then put something on one of these realtor masterminds, or just on your Facebook page, put on there, does anybody know a good plumber? And watch everybody tell you about their plumber, right? Because everybody loves to match make. They want you to use theirs. They'll almost argue over it with other people. So you want to stay in their lives. And one thing I really liked here was the professional family photo shoot at your new house, on the condition that they let you use one of those photos on with their testimonial. That kind of thing. So, would I have permission if I set the Sperling family up with, and I'm sorry for picking on you all day, Mike, but you're the face I can see right now. If I set the Sperling family up with photos, if I give you guys a photo shoot at your new house, would you mind if I use one of those pictures with your testimonial? Would you, Mike? Sure. Right? Everybody wants new photos with their kids and stuff at their new house, or with their loved one at their new house, or whatever, or by themselves at their new house, right? Everybody wants that, by their new pool, by themselves, whatever it is, they want a photo shoot. So That's the kind of thing, just an idea of things to do. So there are lots of ways you guys can do this, and you can use the gift baskets or the this and the that, but different ways to get these testimonials. What you guys have any other? I want to talk to you guys about any other creative ways that you guys have gotten testimonials before, or creative ways of spreading them, disseminating them, getting lots of attention for them. Not everybody at once. I'm having a hard time. How many of you guys, all right, well, let me ask a different question. How many of you guys have a tab on your website for testimonials? Okay, a couple of you. I'm getting yeses and nos. Chuck's a yes. All right, how many of you guys have it full or have more than 5 or 10 on there? All right, just a couple. All right, guys, you got to load those up. They're going to look you up. They're going to see your website. They're going to see your Facebook page. They're going to see this and that, your business page on Facebook. Again, guys, if you don't know what you're doing with these, do it. Mandy's got a bunch of testimonials on her. She has not updated this for a long time. Guys, I bet you, but take a look. I have photos on there too. Okay, good, Mandy. Yes, I will take a look at it. You guys, you've got to get this stuff done, and you've got to update it. And updating is not that important if you get good ones and you've got enough on there. But I would keep adding and adding and adding to it. You guys, everybody is doing this. I got DoorDash last night. I looked at reviews. I'd never been in that neighborhood before that I got DoorDash. I was at a friend's house and we got DoorDash, and I looked at reviews because I don't know the restaurants, right? So this is the kind of stuff that you do. And that's what everybody's using for this, but especially for important stuff like picking a realtor. Again, you guys, this is the most important decision people make in their lives, is their purchase. The biggest purchase they're making is their next house, typically. And like I always tell you guys, every house they get more and more expensive until they finally downsize. And that's the most important one, because that's probably their last one, right? So these are all the most important decisions they've ever made, the biggest decisions they've ever made. And they want to work with somebody they can trust. And why do they trust you? Just because you're a pretty face, right? They don't. They trust you because they see other people have worked with you, and those people are happy. Agreed? All right. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add? Daryl, go ahead.
Yeah, can I say something? And it's not just sellers, it's other people that have worked with you, other agents. Other agents that give you emails or send you emails saying, oh my God, you were the best agent I've ever worked with in my life. I wish everybody was like you. Use those testimonials, ask them if you can use that as a testimonial, or send them a Google link or whatever. I think I mentioned this, maybe 6 or 8 months ago, or maybe a year and a half ago, I don't know. Any other agent in here that wants to send a review, I'll send one back to you. I think I got maybe 5 or 6 reviews just from this room alone, doing that. And it makes more reviews, and it makes you look better. It doesn't have to be sellers. It can be other agents, it can be vendors that you work with. Pretty much anybody out there can review you on how good you are and how good of a person you are, and how you do your business and so forth.
Awesome. That's a great idea. Why don't you guys do that? You're all in here right now. You guys should do that. That's a really good idea. So you guys take care of each other and look after each other. In fact, if you want me to do it, let me know. I'll go Daryl's route and let you guys write your own. I don't have time for that, but but you guys write your own, and I might edit it a little bit for some of you, but take out awesome and put okay. All right. So yes, anything else to discuss today? You guys had just so you know, the market is moving. You guys are selling stuff. I don't know how frustrating it is or what's sitting on the market and all that stuff, but we were up from last June in sales, transactions happening, which is what we care about the most, right? All of us, right? You guys get paid when stuff sells, regardless of, I mean, you get a little bit more when prices are going up, I guess, but right now prices are staying about the same and you guys are closing them. We got buyers willing to buy and sellers willing to sell. So you guys are closing deals. We're up from last June. We're going to be up in July, it looks like too. So you guys are doing great. The market's doing great. We're still having inventory coming on. We're still having price reductions. We're still having, a few more days on the market, as Angie could tell you and Lisa could tell you. So things are moving and things are going well. So do you guys have any questions or struggles or anything that you guys need help with? Nothing. You guys are doing great. All right. Well, you guys check out Mandy's testimonials if you get a chance. It's in the chat, and kind of get an idea maybe for your testimonial pages. Those of you who want to, I know some of you guys are doing well with yours. Lisa put her email her for a review at golakerealtor@gmail. So get your stuff in there, or she can email you a link. All right. So if you guys want to put your emails in there, that'd be great. Everybody can give everybody a review. And I'll answer any other questions you guys have.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, Daryl, if you could put your email in there. I remember it was something like Daryl Sells or something, right? But I can't remember it. It was catchy. Also, guys, I posted some of my active listings in the chat, probably closer to the beginning when we first logged in. So if anybody else has some active listings that are sitting on the market, like a couple of mine, if you want to share those, that'd be great. And check out mine that I have there. If anybody has any other creative ideas on marketing listings that are kind of sitting around other than lowering the price, we're on that, but a lot of them are on track, priced decently, and just kind of still taking some time. So I'm not worried about my land sales. I know they could sit around and then all of a sudden they're gone at full price after months, but I have 2 single family homes that are on the market. One I've been super struggling with. It's in Riverview, which is kind of like a rural area outside of Tampa, maybe somewhere like Chileota, if you know Seminole County. And it was on the market. I actually got the listing as an expired listing. So a couple years ago, they listed it with another agent. It sat on the market for 6 months and expired. And then I listed it maybe a few months ago, and then we took it off the market to do some updates. So we've updated the kitchen and bathrooms, paint, stuff like that, a lot of cosmetic stuff, and have it back on the market. And it's just kind of sitting there. We've lowered the price a little bit. Seems to be priced pretty much on track. So if anybody has any feedback and wants to check out my listing at 8212 Pleasant Lane in Riverview, I'd appreciate any feedback anyone can give me on things they may think of for that listing, marketing.
Okay. All right, guys. Daryl's put his stuff in here. Mandy's put her stuff in there. I know that they will respond in kind. So you guys help each other out when you put your stuff in there and respond in kind, please. All right, guys. Well, this has been a 30-minute meeting.
Brian, I have an unrelated question real quick, if you have a minute.
I love unrelated questions. Go ahead.
Just a silly question. Why is it that they cannot wire the commission check from the title company just like they do with the buyers and sellers funds?
Why can't they, or why won't they?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I thought they couldn't. I mean, they can?
I believe they can.
Oh. I never asked.
They're gonna charge you a $30 wiring fee or something probably, but they can.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Ryan.
It depends on the title company. Not everybody does it.
Yeah, as long as some of them will take CDAs and some won't. Some will wire and some won't. And there's all kinds of things, Martha.
Perfect. Thank you. I didn't know. Thank you.
You bet. Any other questions or comments, related or unrelated? just real estate related, please. Anything else? Yes. So you guys reaching out to Kayla. So we have Kayla is no longer with us. She is actually going to be an agent with us. She's gotten her license and she's getting started in real estate. So she's going to be an agent with us. Our sales administrator, Kayla. So, I mean, she sees how you guys do it so easy, make it look so easy. So she's going to do it. And we now have Michaela. So I will be introducing you to Michaela, like Kayla version 2.0 kind of Michaela. And she will be your sales administrator. You'll start getting emails and stuff from her. You might still look through paperless. It's still going to look like Kayla for a while. We've got to go through paperless and get the admin changed over to Michaela. So it's going to look like it's Kayla, but it's actually Michaela. So don't yell at Kayla. You can yell at Michaela. But you'll be getting emails from Michaela, and that is who she is, as the sales administrator. If you get emails outside of the system from Michaela, she's our new sales administrator. And she seems very bright and she's doing great. So we're very excited for her. Any other questions? And thank you, Jari, for reminding me of that. Any other questions? Nothing. Awesome. Well, you guys got plenty of time. It's 11:05. You guys got plenty of time to make some action happen today. Go get some referrals or some testimonials and referrals while you're at it. Go get them. Good luck. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.